Okay, in this bite-sized grammar review, we're going to talk about separable and inseparable verbs in the past tense. So that's in perfect, present perfect tense it's called, or the conversational past tense. This was the one that you use when you're speaking. Now, with separable prefixes, you have something interesting happening in past tense because usually the prefix would go to the end, right? It would be the second half of your Satzklammer. You'd have something like Ich komme morgen mit, and then the comma is in second position, conjugated, mit is the prefix, it goes to the end of the clause. Well, if you insert the helping verb and that verb kommen goes to the end alongside mit, then they're right next to each other. But they can come apart. So there's room for that GE prefix to get in there. So you get something like, Ich bin gestern mitgekommen. So you have prefix, then a g, and whatever the participle would normally be. So if it's an irregular verb, it will stay irregular. It's not going to miraculously turn regular just because there's a prefix, unfortunately, for non-native speakers. But the regular verbs will stay regular, so it goes both ways. Okay, so anything that is a separable prefix is going to come back together as one word in the participle form, but it will have that g that gets in there because there's like an opening for it. So, ich bin ausgegangen, ich habe eingekauft, ich bin eingeschlafen, all of those things. You get prefix, g, participle. Okay, now with inseparable prefixes, it's a different story, right? Because they are never separated in the beginning, right? If you just have ich besuche meine Mutter, there's no separation of b. So the same thing happens in the participle form. There's no separation. So you can't allow the g to be added at all. That means that any verb that starts with b or g or er or fair or tser, any of those inseparable prefixes, those are always going to have no g in the partizip, even when they normally would in their base form. So like suchen is regular, it would be gesucht, but if you have besuchen, it just blocks the g. So you get ich habe meine Mutter besucht. No g at all. Same with stören, so stören to disturb, that would be gestört for disturbed, past tense. Aber with zerstören, when it means destroy, ich habe das Haus zerstört. No g at all in there. So the thing that you have to remember is that if the prefix comes off, then there's an opening there, you can stick the g in. If it doesn't come off, then there's no opening, no g at all.